One of competition at the Cadet World Championships here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. I'm sitting alongside Anthony Corelli. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning. What the anticipation is amazing. Just yesterday, I want to talk a little bit about the city, if I may. What a wonderful blend of culture Almaty, Kazakhstan is. We have that European influence, that Asian influence, that Middle Eastern influence, all living in harmony. And I think people can look to this country as an inspiration. I think it's very important.
Okay, I'm sure that the fighters here, the youngsters who are out on what is the biggest stage that they've ever been on, are going to enjoy that because they'll have a few days. These are the ones who are competing today. We've got 4 weight categories today. It's the under 40 and the under 44 kilo category for women, and it's the under 50 and under 55 kilo category for men. We're going to go straight down to mat number 3. We're going to pick up the action in the opening contest there. Round 1 in the under 55 kilo category. Aslan Les of Kazakhstan faces Yam Volchak of Israel. It's Les in the white judogi, Volchak in blue. And the reason that we're coming down here is because pools A and C of the under 55 kilo category are going to be taking place on mat number 3, and in pool A we've got the number 1 seed, and in pool C we've got the number 2 seed. So we're going to get to see both the top seeds in that weight category if we stick here on mat 3. Now of course you can choose whichever of the mats you want. I shouldn't have said of course, because it may not be obvious to those of you who have not been on here with us on Judo TV before. You can choose whichever of the 3 mats you want, and you do that by going down to the bottom of the screen, and when you get the little icon that looks like a suitcase, just click on that, and then it will offer you up 4 choices: mat 1, mat 2, mat 3, and then the commentated channel. So if you want to listen to Anthony and myself, then just click on the commentated channel and you will stick with us. However, if you have a specific mat that you want to watch, click on that and you will get it, and then you're free to change at whatever time you want to. There's no score between Les in the white judogi and Volchak in blue. They've picked up a penalty apiece as Volchak tries Makikomi on the left side. There we got a little under 2 minutes, and here's Anthony.
Yeah, it's interesting. If you enjoy watching judo at the world tour level, and this, you normally don't watch cadets, what you're going to see here is the same type of judo, just lacking a little bit of the muscular maturity and the performance that the senior competitors have. But again, same tactics applied, same techniques applied. Whoa. Nice Sodi Makikomi attempt there by Volchak. And it's interesting, I noticed earlier today, and I kind of didn't realize it until I got here, you will see some blue belts, perhaps some brown belts, and perhaps even some blue belts and green belts. Some countries, I know you have to have a minimum of 16 years of age to receive your black belt, and just because you're 16 doesn't mean you're going to get it. You still have to accumulate points, competition experience, etc. So there will be some brown belts and sub-black belts. But that being said, that does not a reflection on their strength or technical ability. They just haven't perhaps had the time to learn the kata and all the names of the gokyo.
Yeah, and different countries have got different requirements for the awarding of Dan grades anyway.
53 seconds remaining here. It's round 1 competition, 55 kilograms. Aslan Les from Kazakhstan versus Yam Volchak of Israel. 2 shidos on the board for Aslan. 1 shido for Yam. That is going to be Hansokomaki for Aslan. Interesting, at this weight category, 55 kilograms, that we're going to see a Hansokomaki due to inactivity. I know energy should not be an issue. These are cadets, and this is a lighter category. Perhaps that gripping style was negating anything he had in mind.
I think he's got, absolutely, Anthony, you hit the nail on the head there, because we're not talking about running out of steam or anything here. These are young, fit, healthy. He didn't look that tired at all, and I think it was just a question of his inability to come to terms with the gripping and the movement of his opponent. Right, we come now to the first of the round 2 contest. There was just one round 1 contest here, so now we're going to get a chance to see the number 1 seed in the under 55 kilo category. That is Vincenzo Scenderi of Italy. He's up against Dries Masson Bilou of France. It's Scenderi in the white judogi, Masson in blue.
I imagine the seeding is a result of competitions throughout the year leading up to this.
Yeah, we have a cadet tour in exactly the same way that we've got, the senior tour, and there are events that are designated as IJF cadet tour events, as well as the continental championships for cadets. They score points there and they bring those forward, so that's how they pick up their seeding.
Both competitors opting to stand back up now for Tachiwaza. No score on the board, no penalties on the board. Over 30 seconds gone. 55 kilogram action now on round number 2. Whoa, nice Tomonagi attempt by Masson.
I think I'm just going to go with the Masson. Unless he wins through and gets into round 3, then I'll wander down there and ask about the pronunciation of the name.
And another Tomonagi attempt right into a Jujikatami attempt. Nice transition. And again, not opting for Newaza, and they want to stand back up. These guys, they want to throw. They got some throwers. It's interesting. I wonder how much of a discrepancy there can be at this age with regards to the top seeds, and they're both young and they haven't had that battle-hardened technique that's been just refined, so to speak.
I think you kind of hinted at something like that earlier this morning, and just to qualify that, Italy and France, I don't think there's going to be a massive discrepancy there because of the way the judo programs have developed. But somewhere like Russia, and with the greatest of respect to a developing nation, some of the countries in the Oceania area, maybe even South America, could be someone from Chile or Paraguay, someone like that. They are going to struggle because they simply don't have regular access to high quality opposition in the regions from which they come from. So you could get someone from Australia who's got really lovely judo, but who is he or she going to go up against?
Yeah,
how often are they going to? Yeah.
So, for example, a European team can
every weekend
get in a van and they can drive, and they're in different countries.
Every weekend.
Australia, that's a long flight for a couple fights. And then it becomes one of those cases where the countries that are already pretty good are just going to get better because they have access to so much more competition. That was one of the problems in some of the larger countries, United States, Canada, Russia, Australia. They just don't have that country density. And these young men, they may have already crossed paths several times.
Yeah, that is possible. Tsugoshiro against Masson. He's got that mop of thick, dark hair that tends to fall into his eyes, and he has to brush that away from time to time. Nice little Tomoe Nagi effort. Oh, and then onto the arm as well. That was good work. You were talking about Skenderi's transition from the Tomoe-nage into the Judogi, and there was a really good one from Masson as Skenderi picks up the penalty as well.
Yeah, similar intentions, but they don't continue more. Drop down Kataguruma attempt, and now he's in danger because if they, well, no, he's going to stand back up. The danger these days is with a missed throw. If you do go for a technique that is unsuccessful, you're very open and susceptible to, especially that very ever so popular bow and arrow choke that we see these days.
Is there a Japanese name for that?
Yes.
The bow and arrow choke. What is it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh dear. He reminds me a little bit of Hidarov with the hair, you know, having to flick it away all the time. Why don't you just get it cut? You know?
It'll naturally thin out as they get older.
Oh yeah, there is that, I suppose. Make full use of it while you can, young man.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can. Wazari on the board for Skenderi. Masson is going to have to do a bit of work here in the last few seconds as Skenderi backpedals, and I would have stopped that and called a false attack.
Yeah, it looked
Really
like he
sorry.
did that secondary effort.
Yeah.
It was just enough to show the intention and perhaps avoid that second Shido. And there it is. This one might be a
but
Shido.
for me, he's already, you know, he was already on the ground when he did the secondary effort. The getting to the ground didn't look that attractive. However, he's found a way past a difficult opponent. We'll find out how useful Skenderi is as he goes through the rounds, but he goes into round 3. There are 3 rounds, a quarterfinal, semi-final and a final, so there's still quite a way to go, and we're going to find out who it is that Skenderi will face in his next contest, because he's going to face the winner of the upcoming contest. That's between Ilias Prionides of Greece, down here on map 3. He's up against Sava Abdushukurov of Tajikistan. It's Prionides in the white judogi, Abdushukurov in blue.
Yeah, Abdushukurov didn't have to travel too far to come here to Kazakhstan.
He's going to have to travel if he wants to come up with a score here, because he's going to pick up a Shido. Well, he was lucky to get away with that, because, excuse me, you know, you're just sitting there and not doing anything with their hands on the belt. But they're just being a little bit kind, aren't they? Because that is a Shido. In fact, the false attack there from the Italian in the previous one, that should have been a Shido, and they wouldn't get away with that at the higher level. And perhaps they're just, you've been told, just turn down the you know,
strict.
The penalty. Severity of penalties, and allow the children, if you like, to do some judo. I don't think that's a bad idea, you know, just as long as everyone is aware of it and that it's operated across the board.
And not abused.
And not abused by the fighters themselves.
I thought it was just early. And that maybe the coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Speaking of which, I shall be going down to our coffee console shortly, because when we arrived this morning, he'd forgotten to plug it in, hadn't he? Everyone was asking why there wasn't any, and we realised he hadn't plugged it in.
Well, apparently they had to choose between internet and coffee, so.
All right, yeah. We'll get the important thing done first. We can always
coffee.
we can always come back to the internet, can't we? We can't possibly do without coffee.
2 minutes 51 seconds remaining now. Round 2 competition. 55 kilograms. Prionides from Greece versus Abdushukurov of Tajikistan. Whoa, nice little Ashiwaza bit there by Abdushukurov. It's fun to say. Now a Shido to Prionides. And make no mistake about it, although these competitors are under 18 years of age, they still can be very, very strong, have all the physical attributes of a senior competitor. They're just not that muscle maturity is not quite there, but I'm sure there's some very impressive feats of strength and physicality.
I think it's also worth pointing out that what you can get is the finished article at this age. So you can have a 15, 16, 17-year-old competitor who, with the greatest of respect to them, is not going to get any better. They are just streets ahead of anyone else. They just look so good. But this is it. They're not going on. We were chatting about this yesterday, I think. They are just not going to go any further. And they can make, they can end up embarrassing a few of their opponents here. Abdushukurov is going to have that reviewed, and I like the idea of being able to say to people at home, this action is under review, and it's under review because of the landing. So what we're looking at here is the landing, and they will have told the referee, right, we've looked at the landing, there is sufficient enough of the back landing with force and control for you to give Ippon. So in this case it's Kathy or Kathleen. Kathleen, go with your original decision. Bobby Donaldson from the United States of America takes to the mat there. He's the guy in the middle for this one, and he'll be looking after Nijat Mamadli of Azerbaijan. Is up against David Ickes of Germany, Mamadli in the white judogi, Ickes in blue. I'm going to go with Ickes, given that he's from Germany. And what I've noticed is that if you go to Germany with a foreign name, you just get the pronunciation of that name the way that it's spelt and pronounced in Germany. For example, the young girl under 57 kilos, her name is Safo Çoban. Çoban is a Turkish name, and that's how you pronounce C-O, Çoban. But in Germany, it's Korban.
Oh, really?
Almost like K. So I like that. In exactly the same way that we've got a couple of fighters in the Japanese team who've got North American fathers. Wolf, they haven't done
Baker.
anything with that, and Baker, except to say, because you are here, we're going to use your family name first. So he's not Mashu Baker, he's Baker Mashu.
Yeah.
And he's not Aaron Wolf, he's Wolf Aaron.
Wolf Aaron.
Now, it may sound a little bit strange to us, but I asked Wolf about this, and he's like totally Japanese. He looks, he's mixed, but as far as his being born and the upbringing and everything, is completely Japanese.
Completely Japanese.
And he has a smattering of English. And through the translator, he said he found it very strange when he was competing abroad to be called Aaron Wolf.
Wow.
Just so not him.
Yeah, it's just not used to it.
No scorers yet between Mamadli and Ickes. Nice little piece of work there, and the Satemi Waza bringing Ickes over and onto his side, and Wazari on the board.
Mamadli looks to be the physically stronger of the two here. Quite confident in his posture, in his approach.
He's got tidy looking judo, hasn't he? Right, so this action is under review, and what they'll be doing is to decide whether there was sufficient enough landing on the scoring part of the body to justify the score of Wazari. They'll be looking at the replay, and once they've done that, they'll give their decision to Bobby Donaldson. He's the referee that has to look after this one. He's
okay.
Right.
I'm happy you said that, because you called Bobby Donaldson earlier, and I couldn't see any fighters named Bobby Donaldson.
Oh, I did say he was the referee in the middle for this one, but you were looking at the things there, yeah.
Because there are two American fighters coming up.
And
three.
There is the second Wazari. So Wazari Awazeti Ippon.
Interesting as well, at the cadet worlds, you're going to have a lot more parents in the audience than you would on a world judo tier.
That's right. Bobby Donaldson reminds me of Dave Chappelle, if you've ever...
Oh, my God.
seen. Look. It's him.
It's Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. He's in control of this one.
I'm going to take a picture of that.
Doesn't he?
I'm going to text or tweet Dave Chappelle.
But he does, doesn't he? It's just, look, it's Dave Chappelle.
Oh, my God.
Let's hope he doesn't start commentating. Well, it was just about... You see, for me, the thing was that he continued with the technique. It wasn't over. And I think that he gave a good decision there. That was a good one. Right. Again, on mat number 3, we've got the round 2 of the under 55 kilo category. Anakin Mendoza of the United States of America faces Kolasurin Batsengel of Mongolia. It's Mendoza in the white judogi, Kolasurin in blue and...
Kolasurin. Yeah. I wonder if Mr. Mendoza's parents were fans of Star Wars. Anakin.
Yeah, could be. Anakin, I've never heard that before.
Anakin is Anakin Skywalker. Nice.
Kolasurin is the Mongolian there with the heavily wrapped up shins. He's got those shin guards on,
look
hasn't
at his posture and grip is... Whoa, he almost threw himself there. But there was no technique applied by Mendoza.
Yeah.
But look at his beautiful posture and strong overhand right grip from Kolasurin. Here we go. Let's see if Mendoza can come up with a solution.
It's a very popular sport in the United States of America with the people from Hispanic backgrounds, isn't it? You quite often see people from the Hispanic community taking part in judo.
Yeah, Mendoza, I thought he looked a little Filipino-ish as to me. I know there's a large Filipino population in California. California in general, judo is pretty popular out there.
I can see on mat 2, Lucia Toro. That sounds Spanish to me, that name.
Yeah.
The family name. I'll ask my Spanish chief. I'm sure he will say Toro.
Yeah, Toro is bull, right?
Toro, yeah. And we have had a number of, Hispanic athletes with some degree of success from the United States of America as well.
Yeah, Justin Flores, I think with the current coach. Flores is Spanish.
Amelia Fulgentes is there at the moment in the under 57 kilo category. Asha Gales, I suppose, claims Spanish background. And at 52 kilos, the current number 1 from the United States of America.
Just about halfway here. Mendoza has 2 Shidos. Otherwise, there's no score on the board. So with that dominant grip and posture of Kolasurin,
problems.
Yeah, big problems for Mendoza. Let's see if he can come up with a solution for that.
The 52 kilo girl I was talking about was Angelica Delgado.
Delgado.
Yeah.
I think Delgado means thin.
Thin.
Delgado.
Okay.
And that's it. Yeah, that's going to be...
well, that's a pity.
Yeah, Mendoza looked like he was game. Just that grip from Kolasurin was just a little too much to handle.
Second time we've seen fighters being out-gripped, out-positioned, isn't it? And picking up penalties. Not going over to any particular waza, but just not being able to keep up with
it's interesting
superior gripping skills.
It's a matter of when, it's a timing thing. When does puberty kick in? Some people develop later, some people develop earlier, and ultimately they will catch up.
True.
If you do blossom a little bit later in life. But there are people here that have their adult strength at the age of 17.
Right.
Some get it at 24.
So we've got another contest on mat 3 at the moment in the under 55 kilo category, and this time it's Pool B. We're getting to see Pool B for the first time. And it's Abdel Latif El Mahdi Boubetra of Algeria. He's up against Sato Yuma of Japan. It's Boubetra in the white judogi, Sato in blue, and Sato leads by Rosari with half a minute gone.
So generally these athletes should all be in high school, around that age, correct?
Yes, all of them.
Look at the height difference here. Boubetra of Algeria is much taller than Sato. Oh, but that enabled Sato to really get underneath him with that Seonage attempt. And immediately transitions to the ground, and that's it. And that is an Ippon scored. Boubetra is obviously disappointed.
Struggling a bit.
And some of these athletes, if they're, the champion of their home country, they may not experience much defeat. And they come here and they have to process something that's brand new to them in the form of defeat.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable feeling to have to experience if you haven't been there before.
I heard a story, and I'm not sure if it's true or it's one of those myth things of Jimmy Pedros of the United States at 14 years old experiencing his first loss and collapsing in shock.
Right, on mat 3 now, round 2 of the under 55 kilo category. Ezra Bauer of Surinam faces Jose Quinta of Mexico. It's Bauer in the white judogi, Quinta in blue. Well, I remember seeing Daria Biladid run from the competition hall when she lost her first contest. It was at the World Championships back in 2017, I think that was. It's just going to look that up and make sure. Under 48 kilos. We're talking about the double world champion now.
It's funny because there's often the debate, what's the stronger force, the desire to win or the, absolute detesting losing. Some people just can't. It's, in some cases, it's a stronger force, really.
Well, she lost out to Otgunsetse Galbadrak of Kazakhstan in round 3. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the only time that she has failed to place. I'll just have a look at the results. It's the only time when she has not been on the podium in her whole career. Junior, cadet, junior, senior. The only time.
And she must have been 16 at the time?
Yeah.
And fighting in the senior world championships?
Yeah.
It's acceptable. It's understandable.
And the rest of the time, you can add them up, 25 different competitions, every time being in the podium, on the podium. And only once has she failed to make the final. So on that occasion we said she didn't even get to the podium, fine. She didn't get to the final there. And once she's picked up a bronze medal, and I think that may have been, when was that bronze medal then?
And the rest, okay, the silvers obviously she was in the
final. That was in the Ho Hok Grand Prix. And then every other time she's been in the final.
Wow.
On 3 occasions she's picked up silver. The remaining times it's been gold. It's incredible.
Is the golden
record.
girl.
Yeah, she definitely is.
We are past the halfway point now. Round 2 action, 55 kilograms. Ezra Bauer of Surinam versus Jose Quinta of Mexico. Jose is up a Rosari. Bauer has a Shido. That is mat 3. Let's see. Is that Osai Komi? Can he get those? No.
Not
he's
yet.
out. That was close. They're teetering on the border of an Osai Komi.
Where's our referee from? I think that's Kianov, Žandos Kianov.
Something is under review here. Nope, that's it. We're underway. Minute 20 seconds remaining. Let's see if Ezra Bauer can get on that scoreboard and tie this up. Jose Quinta getting busy on Newaza, winding down that clock. Nice turnover. He's isolated the arm, at least for an Osai Komi. Now, Bauer able to get back to his stomach. Jose relentless, not letting up, eating up that precious time that Bauer's going to need to get back in this. Now he's tying up the upper body. If he can get that leg out, he can secure an Osai Komi. Looks like we are going to... he's tapped. He had the choke on. Could not see from this angle, but that paid off. That relentless Newaza did pay off.
Yeah, I suppose the right arm must have been underneath and on that collar, because we couldn't see him applying the shimiwaza from this side. He did tap out, however. I'm sure he wouldn't have done that for no reason.
Yeah, one thing that still shocks me is when I see people tap and hold down. It's an Osai Komi.
Yeah, there is a school of thought that you don't tap. You continue to try to get out for as long as you can, and then there's another that says, well, I don't think I'm going to get out, so I'm going to tap. I tend to go for the first one myself. I'm not tapping if I'm in Osai Komi. I'm doing what I can to get out.
You never know. If you get out at 19 seconds, that's a Wazari, and you're still in the fight.
Still in there, yeah. Right, who have we got on mat 3 now?
Yeah, that's from
Kanbolot Yerisbekov of Kyrgyzstan faces Kayurjan Junisbek of Kazakhstan. It's Yerisbekov in the white judogi and Junisbek in blue.
Again, these two athletes may have crossed paths in the past. Countries are pretty close. Junisbek from Kazakhstan in the blue judogi. I'm just repeating it because I'm practicing saying the names.
That's okay, you may have to say them later.
Yes. It is Bekov from Kyrgyzstan in the white judogi. Posturing. Here we go. Wow. Sometimes you want to play that boundary game and you push a little bit too forward and you're really susceptible for a drop down attack. That was almost the case here. Shido a piece. I believe she just erased the Shido from Yerisbekov. There we go. So it's just Junisbek with the Shido. 2 minutes 44 seconds remaining. Round 2 competition. 55. Whoa, beautiful. Kouchigari. That faked forward and then changed directions. Oh, we're going to review this. I think that's a solid Wazari, but you never know. It happens so lightning quick. Oh, it's going to stand.
Yeah, that was a quick decision. No need to review that one. You're quite right, Anthony.
Is that it? Was that a technique? Or was that just a slip? Of course, in the Senior World Judo Tour, there is no 55 kilograms. 60 kilograms is the lightest category. So both these guys would have to gain some weight and fight minus 60, although they're probably walking around at 60 kilograms when they're not competing anyway. Wow. Really swinging that body. I imagine the audience would be a little louder when we have some Kazakh athletes here. We are in Almaty, Kazakhstan. It's one of those occasions where, I Googled it and I looked it up, and I have friends from Kazakhstan, and just kept a very open mind and didn't have any preconceived visuals of what I was going to see. And what a beautiful city. We walked around yesterday for a few hours, and wonderful people, very friendly, very modern city. The mall was beautiful. Went to the mall and some other neighborhoods, and just gorgeous. Mountains in the background. It may not be on your top 10 list of destinations that you want to see, but if you ever have an opportunity, beautiful city, beautiful country, come check it out. 30 seconds remaining here in this round 2 competition, 55 kilograms. Ooh, that's going to be an Osai Komi called Junisbek, and that's Toketa. There was not a distinguishable waza on behalf of Junisbek in order to get that throw, because Yerzbekov did land on his back, but without a distinguishable technique applied, no score is called. And that is it. The Kazakh athlete is now moving on to round 3. 55 kilograms, we have 33 judoka participating. Here we go now. We have Miguel Gago of Portugal in the white judogi versus Sabirjan Kamirov of Uzbekistan. Karimov. That was a quick Shido. I didn't see what the call was. Man, Karimov has 2 Shidos in less than 30 seconds. This is definitely going to change the complexion of the fight. If I were him, I would find a place in the center of the tatami and stay there for the remainder of the fight. Miguel Gago going for, wow, picked him up here to escape that Jujigatami attempt. Let's see now. He's still wandering towards that boundary. If Miguel Gago, there again, he's stepping out of bounds again. But he's attacking, trying to keep busy. But that time that he did step out of bounds, that was not because of an attack. So this may be it. No, he's calling Hajime, right? That's the good call. I don't want to see Karimov disqualified so quickly. Karimov has to open up here now. Oh, nice little Ouchigari attempt. Miguel Gago able to easily spin to it. Look, they're out of bounds again. Hajime is called. Action will continue. Approaching the halfway point in this contest. No score on the board. But Sobirjan Karimov has 2 Shidos. Miguel Gago now getting his first Shido. 2 minutes remaining. Right-hander versus left-hander situation. The pulling hand, or the Sorote hand, is up for grabs here. Miguel Gago looking to do newaza, but it doesn't really look like he wants to do newaza. He's just trying to eat up the clock a little bit. There we go. With that classic right-hander versus left-hander situation, of course, they're battling for the inside control of the grip and the hip. Let's see if someone's going to fake forward and change directions and take them back. Sode Komigoshi attempt. Hajime is called. 48 seconds remaining. Round 2 competition, 55 kilograms. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World Judo Championships Cadets 2019. We are in Almaty, Kazakhstan. This is day 1 in the male categories. We have 50 and 55 kilograms. And in the female categories, we have 40 and 44 kilograms. Right now, we're watching 55 kilogram action. Round 2. 20 seconds remaining. Miguel Gago from Portugal in the white judogi versus Sobirjan Karimov of Uzbekistan in the blue judogi. They're all tied up now with regards to Shidos. 2 Shidos apiece. No score on the board. This is going to go to golden score in 2 seconds. Golden score. Look at this effort here. Wow. By Sobirjan Karimov, just driving backwards to rotate Miguel Gago to his back, but it did not happen in a quick enough succession to warrant a score. 44 seconds into golden score. Ooh, that is the third and final Shido to Miguel Gago. So Sabrajan Karimov is the winner. And he had his back against the wall for quite some time with 2 Shidos. Coming up next on mat number 3, round 2 competition, 55 kilograms, we have Farkas Bence of Hungary versus Vladislav Kolobov of the Ukraine. Kolobov not waiting a second here. He is wow. It was just one combined attack. It flowed into the next, into the next, into the next, and all of a sudden he had an arm lock. I thought Farkas picked him up enough to break the call. Can we get a replay on that, possibly? I want to see if he was in the air. I mean, it's over anyway, but very interesting. That was like one just chain of attacks. Coming up next, mat 3, we have round 2 competition. Yam Volchak of Israel versus Yafim Vitkuski of Belarus. Nice Iponsionagi attempt by Jan. There's another one. Was that countered? The score was given to Yam Volchek. And that's going to stick. I thought for a moment there, Vitkuski countered him. Oh. That is under the arm, so it's not directly applied to the neck. Well, let's see what he can do with this. He's putting a lot of pressure on it, but it is under the arm, so I don't know where that's going to go. Hajime is called. 2 minutes 51 seconds remaining. Very quick Tomonagi attempt by Vitkuski, but it was negated by Volchak. Mate is called. They meet again in the middle of the tatami. Right-hander again versus left-hander. Nice drop-down attack there by Volchak. And Vitkuski able to spin out of that. Now Vitkuski is going to get a Shido. Let's see if he opens up now. It looks like he's coming. Oof, that was dangerous on the left knee of Vitkuski. A lot of times when you change directions and you end up at some point trying to throw sideways, there's the potential for knee damage. Look at this choke applied here by Vitkuski. That looks like it's on the neck. Let's see if Volchak able to escape. excellent newaza demonstrated thus far in this 55 kilogram category. Volchek looking to attack right off the grip, which is always... Oh, that's going to be Wazari. And that's going to be Wazari Awasete Ipon for Yam Volchek of Israel. And let's see now if Vitkuski can win some matches. And well, it's only round 2, so I don't know if he's going to be pulled through the repechage, but he looks like he's a game competitor. And hopefully we see him again in the future, in juniors or perhaps seniors. Just getting the hips in front first and then driving. He had that pulling arm or sorote arm, so he was able to rotate and put him on his back. Okay, coming up next, Joaquim Rovira in the blue gi from Portugal versus Hewan Mendes of Brazil in the white judogi. Mendes immediately scoring a Wazari. Well, he doesn't quite have the Sankaku tied up because he had both arms. Let's see if Joaquim can get back in this. Perhaps he was caught off guard there. Ooh, Mendes, excellent drop down attack, very fast, good hips. But Rovira able to escape again immediately on top, looking for that. No. Looking to dig that leg in and isolate that arm for a Sankaku. A triangle. Doesn't have to be a choke, it can also be a form of Osai Komi. Now Rovira on top. Let's see what he can do now. They call Mate. Mendes moving side to side, trying to create something nice. Kochi attack, but Rovira able to turn out to his stomach and avoid a score. If he was able to put him just on his side, that would have been it. Mendes isolating that arm. Let's see if he can straighten it out. And he does, but Rovira able to pick him up and get the mate call. Two minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Looked like a Sumi Otoshi attempt there by Rovira. And Mendes is able to get an Osai Komi. He has the upper body tied up. You can see his left hand there behind the neck of Rovira, able to keep him on his back. And that's Rosario Asete Ipon. That's it. So Hewan Mendes of Brazil, keep your eyes on him. He's moving on to round 3. Well, let's go over now to mat number 2, if we can, and watch some 44 kilogram action. We have Laura Soken of Brazil in the white judogi versus Mansi Mansi of India in the blue judogi. So Mansi Mansi won her first contest. So Laura Sokin is seeded number 4. Shido now given to Sokin of Brazil. Oh, that's going to score Wazari. So Sokin on the board, and that's Wazari Awasete Ipan. So now she's moving on to round 3, which is the quarterfinals, because there are 22 judoka in this category. So Mansi may have another shot at the repechage. Or maybe not. I think you have to be in the quarterfinals. Coming up next, we have Marina Vorobeva of Russia in the white judogi versus Miyagi Ayuna of Japan in the blue judogi. And they are underway. Quite different size and statures here. Vorobeva quite tall and thin, and of course Miyagi, the shorter of the two and the stockier of the two, trying to battle each other's grip right now. Trying to figure each other out and solve this riddle. Drop down attempt now by Miyagi. Vorobeva on top. Let's see what you can do in the Newaza department. No score on the board. 3 minutes remaining. Really hard kumikata battle taking place here between these two contestants. Let's see who is going to figure out who first. Referee now giving a Shido to both athletes. So they better solve this gripping situation now to avoid a second Shido and then really having it back against the wall. That is going to be a Wazari scored by Miyagi with just over 2 minutes remaining. Vorobeva, no, Toketa is called. That is not a hold down.
Like you said, it's not over yet.
Not over.
You know, struggle, get yourself out, then you're still in with a shout. Where is Vorobeva in the on the seeding?
Vorobeva, we are in the second Pool B here. She was not seeded.
Oh, okay.
Nor was Miyagi.
Well, she wasn't one of the top 4.
Yeah.
But she was one of the top 8.
Top
Vorobeva.
8, yes.
Yeah, top 8. So she must have scored, some points before. There must be something in it for her. Anyway, Miyagi, as you say, leads by Wazari. A little over a minute and a half left to go.
Ooh, nice turnover.
Lovely. Yeah.
That is Osai Komi, and that's going to be a tough one to get out of. Vorobeva's in some serious trouble. She has to unhook that leg, and she ran out of time. That's a Nippon for Miyagi Ayuna of Japan, and she'll now move on to round 3.
Only needed the 10 seconds as well, having already scored the Wazari. Right, we're going to be joined now by Lucia Toro of the United States of America. Anthony Corelli is going to step out and he's going to test that coffee. I should have warned him before that the coffee is not that great, but he's going to give it a go anyway. Lucia Toro, who competed in the under 40 kilo category, is going to sit in. And it's a very still morning. Good morning, Lucia.
Good morning.
I'm just going to move that a little bit closer to you. so that we can hear you. Not the best of the starts to your day because you lost out in round one to Priya of India, but it was quite a battle because you were in golden score for how long?
For 3 minutes.
Yeah, so you gave it your best shot, as they
Yes,
say in the USA.
I definitely did.
Where in the USA do you come from?
I come from Los Angeles, California.
And who's coaching you out there?
Adrian is coaching me. Yeah, he's from France. He was on the France national team.
Yeah, we saw him there, yeah, in the warm-up area. And what kind of, outside of that club and outside of your region, do you go away to camps and stuff where you meet other fighters from the USA, or is it pretty much just in your own region?
I haven't had the opportunity to do like a national training camp.
Where would that be if you went to the National Training Center? Where would that be?
In Colorado, or sometimes they have training camps like in the East Coast, but I haven't been able to go to one. So it's kind of.
How old are you now?
Oh, I'm 15.
So you're still very young at high school, making your way up the ranks, and presumably the cadet champion at under 40 kilos in the United States of America.
Yes.
And what about other age groups? Have you competed in juniors then as well?
No,
or have you
not
just,
this
so you
time.
just stuck to?
Yeah, I was focusing on cadets first.
That's a good idea. I was chatting with Anthony Corelli about this, about those fighters who can move from one age group to another, and quite early on. I don't know if you're aware of the current double world champion at under 48 kilos, Dario Biladid.
Yes.
Right, who as a 16-year-old was already smacking them in seniors. So, that's quite a jump. But there are some times when it takes that little bit longer.
Yeah, and especially since it's just my first year in cadets, so I still have a lot more time.
Yeah, you've got, as you said, plenty of time. Well, let's just have a look at what's happening. We happen to be on mat 2. This is the under 50 kilo category that we are watching. It's the lightest of the men's weight categories, and we're watching the number 1 seed, Roman Valadier-Picard of France. He's up against Kako Chaparashvili of Georgia. Valadier-Picard in the white judogi and Chaparashvili in blue. Both of these countries, France and Georgia, are powerful judo nations, so it's not surprising that this is a close battle. There's no score yet. We've got a little under 2 minutes left to go, and it's Valadier-Picard in the white judogi, Chaparashvili in blue. Who have you got in the team from the United States of America at this weight? Anyone at 50 kilos?
Yes, Tegan.
Oh right, yeah, I saw him.
But he already fought, and unfortunately he lost his first round. He scored on his opponent, but then the opponent threw him for an ippon.
Came back. Who did he have, Tegan?
Not sure.
I'll have a quick look. These are our contest sheets here. From Cyprus. Yeah, the Cypriot boy. I spoke to the Cypriot boy this morning in the warm-up area for a couple of minutes or so. He's a nice young boy. I suppose he's going to see how he progresses in the rest of the competition. I hope that we're going to get a chance as well to see the under 40 kilo category the next round, and you'll sit in there with me, and then we can pay some attention to that, and you can at least see what happens with the other competitors. Your opponent is going to face the Kazakh fighter in round 2. That hasn't come up yet. Round 2 hasn't come up yet. And then Stepanian, the number 1 seed, has been really lucky because she had a bye in the first round. Yeah. And then her second round opponent had pulled out through an injury.
Oh, really?
She was injured overnight, so she finds herself already in the quarterfinal. That's quite something.
That's very lucky.
Yeah. I know it's Chaparashvili who picks up a second penalty. There are 2 Shidos against the Georgian, and we've got half a minute left to go. Again, no score. That was neatly done. A little Koji Gaki with that Ippon Senagi top. Maybe in that direction, throwing himself there. Koichi Makikomi, perhaps. Are you exponent of that? What do you like at Koichi Makikomi? The hooking in and
Yeah.
you got that, you got that down, have you? Right, okay. No scorers yet. Chaparishvili with a rather weak attack there, and it's now the Georgian coach who's being asked to go. It's not a request. It's an instruction.
Was he talking? Was he like yelling during the match? Yeah.
So once the mate had been called, the Georgian coach was continuing to shout instructions, and when the referee, whose name is Vasily Smolin, asked him to leave, I say asked, but really he was told to leave. It's not, would you mind leaving? It's actually, you had better leave now. So the scoreboard will be reset. We're going to golden score, which Lucia Torres knows all about, because Lucia Toro knows all about, because she had her own 3-minute odd golden score contest this morning.
Yeah, golden score is so hard, because that's like the time that it determines everything, and like you really have to push yourself. Like both people are so tired, and it's just like who will come up on top, like who's stronger. I mean, who will keep fighting.
Did you? I didn't sense that you were, overpowered or that you were under strength or anything. You seem to have enough energy to keep going. You just got caught. That was all. Yeah.
I think she was, the way like our grips were, she was kind of blocking me. So then when I went in, unfortunately she was able to block me and then counter my throw.
Okay, well, we're still looking at this board here that we've got that tells us what's coming up next, and we've still got a few contests before we come round to round 2 in the under 40 kilo category, and I'd like Lucia to stay with us for that, as long as you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, and then we'll give you back to your teammates a little bit later on. Both fighters now have picked up 2 penalties apiece. We're a minute into the golden score period, and that's a tired-looking effort from Valdir Picard, but I'm not surprised. A minute into golden score, and it's hard to dig deep and come up with a strong and powerful attack there. Chaparishvili looking to go over on the right side. Sutemi was her effort from Valdir Picard, but it's blocked by the Georgian. The referee calls Mate in the back in the middle now, and we've had a minute and 17 seconds of golden score. Both fighters still look nice and upright. Still look busy. Unusual grip taken by the Georgian there, and he's changed it now back on both sleeves. Thinking about throwing that left leg across there, and there is a counter. Valdir Picard does come up with a counter. Chaparishvili couldn't stop it, couldn't block it, and it's the Frenchman who goes into round 3. There are 3 rounds. No, beg your pardon, this is the quarter-final now, and that is the number 1 seed, Valdir Picard. So into the quarter-final. We're going to be on this mat for a little while yet, I think, just until we see where the 40 kilo category is. Were you on mat 2?
Yes, I was on mat 2.
All right. In that case, it could very well be here. We've still got a good deal of the under 50 kilo category to come. Just going to open this up a little bit and see who we've got now. Andrei Angel of Romania faces Yamahan Amandik of Kazakhstan. It's Angel in the white judogi, Amandik in blue. And there's something for the home team to cheer about now. The fans start getting into it right away. And Amandik missed out on the Sutemiwaza and then immediately looked to work on the arm, but the referee decided that that was his sole purpose going to the ground, was to get involved in the arm lock, so she gave him a penalty for a false attack. That first attack has to be determined and strong. You can't just go to ground and try to work on the arm, and now it's Angel who picks up a penalty for a direct attack with both arms around his opponent. You have to have one hand on first. You know that rule, don't you, Lucia?
Yes.
Instead of a direct bear hug, which is what Angel did there. So they both have penalties, and we've had just the first minute. Maria Jimenez of Venezuela is on mat 1 now. It's a real hope for the Venezuelan team. He's up against the Kazakh fighter, Diana Burkieva. Not sure if Burkieva realizes quite who she's got at the end of her hands there. On mat 1, the Venezuelan has just thrown the Kazakh fighter for Ippon within the first 30 seconds. It was no surprise to us because we know just how strong a fighter she is, and it is Amandik of Kazakhstan who wins out on mat 2. Okay, so we can see Priya of India's name coming up. She'll be up in 2 fights' time, and that is who defeated Lucia Toro this morning. You'll be able to have a good look at her from here.
Yes, definitely.
We'll see how that goes. Right, Alexandra Mate of Romania is on mat 2. We continue in the under 50 kilo category. It's Alexandru Mate of Romania. He's up against Petros Christodoulides of Cyprus. Mate in the white judogi, Christodoulides in blue. How much do you get to practice with the boys in your club? Are you? Oh, that was beautifully done. What a technique that was. Wow. So they Surikomi Goshi throwing Christodoulides for Ippon. Yeah, how much do you get to practice with the boys, or do you not practice with them that much?
Well, I actually mostly practice with the boys because there aren't that many girls my size. I mean, in general, there aren't that many girls around me that do judo. So, I mean, the only girl that I really practice with is my sister. She's 2 years older than me. But, yeah, otherwise I'm mostly practicing with the boys.
What weight does she fight in?
Under 52 kilograms.
Okay, so
yeah,
she's up there already. Right, Su Chunkai of Chinese Taipei is up against Angel Herbert of Mexico. It's Su in the white judogi, Herbert in blue. I'm interested when we have these names to see what the Chinese characters are, because there are a couple of places where they anglicize the name, and it's not always done in the way that they do in mainland China. This is not a name that you would see in mainland China.
Yeah, that's true.
HSU. Just trying to think what sound it is. We'd have to go and see one of our Chinese colleagues down there, and you'd have to see it written down. And then I know in Cantonese it would probably be a T in there as well. They put that in there. Anyway, that's just another point. And we don't have a team from China, I don't think, which is unusual.
Does China usually compete in these?
Not at the cadets. We very rarely see them at cadets. Juniors, yes, but not really at cadets. Herbert picked up the Shido there. Yeah, all of those names, Chun Kai and Chong Yu, they really aren't what you would see from when we've got the team from the People's Republic of China. Single Shido against the Mexican fighter at the moment. We've got a little over 2 minutes left to go, and in the upcoming contest we'll go back to the under 40 kilo category. I'm sure that Lucia Toro is going to be interested in looking closely at that one, and then once we've seen round 2, we'll let her go back to her teammates. How's the time difference been for you?
I think it's been okay, except for at night I fall asleep really early because I try to stay up the whole day, and then at the end I just crash. That's been the
what sort of
one
time
hard part.
are you? Is it 7-8 o'clock that you're going to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty early. You want to try and, if you can, be up until about 10, maybe even 11, and then really get a good sleep. But you're probably up at 5 or 6 then in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I wake up early.
Or maybe not getting as deep and complete a sleep. Maybe it's interrupted, waking up in the middle of the night and stuff.
Yeah, that definitely happens to me.
Yeah, that's tricky. You need a little bit of time to acclimatize. So is this your first big trip abroad, or is it just your first trip abroad altogether?
This is my first trip for like an international judo competition that's this big.
And what's it been like so far? Oh, you met my colleague at the airport, didn't you? Elisabetta Frattini.
Yeah, she was on the same plane as us. It's been a very good experience. It's really interesting to see all these different cultures and all these different countries that, I mean, they all do judo, but everyone does a little bit differently.
Yeah. Half a minute left to go. No scorers yet. Herbert was the one who was looking dangerous originally, but he hasn't been able to come up with a scoring technique as yet now. Oh, Shimiwazi's had to tap out there. That was really well done. He got into that very, very quickly. And once that was on, Angel Herbert had very little option but to tap out. So we've got round 2 of the under 40 kilo category coming up now. Alima Jumangaliyeva of Kazakhstan faces Priya of India. It's Jumangaliyeva in the white judogi, Priya in blue. Let's have a look and see just what Priya is like. You can tell us a little bit about her gripping strategy, maybe. Oh, that looks better now. Originally, she'd gone over and the shimmy wasn't on, and then for some reason Jumangaliyeva decided to give up on the shimiwaza and look for the osai komi. Both of them failed in the end. Did you find her physically strong, or?
Yeah, I think her arms were very strong. Like she was definitely kind of blocking me.
Zhumagalieva managed to put in a couple of attacks. They weren't really the best looking or the strongest, but if she keeps up that kind of tempo, then Priya may fall behind as far as the passivity is concerned. Working on the arm here, and again, Priya managing to defend against that. Sensibly just keeping her gi nice and tidy, but not going to avoid the passivity penalty. Doesn't take long, does it? Got to make sure you keep up the rate of attacks. It was a little bit better, closer to scoring there from Zhumagalieva. And now she threatens again with that Sangaku entry, but Priya blocks that. And this one isn't going anywhere. The problem for Priya is that she's always second to the attack.
Yeah, she lets the other one attack first.
Was that similar with you?
I think like it would be kind of like on and off.
Fairly even then, yeah? Yeah, she hasn't felt comfortable to even try anything. And she's going to pick up another penalty here. I mean, they're not the strongest of attacks, but at least one person is making an effort here, and I can't see this going much longer without a second penalty, and there it is. And we've still got a little under 2 minutes left to go. This isn't going to go the distance, is it?
No, I don't think so.
First time she's put in any sort of attack. She's got to step it up here with 2 penalties on the board and 1:20 left to go. The only option is for Priya to start attacking now. And it means that Zhumagalieva can be that little bit more careful about the attack. She doesn't have to throw everything in, because as long as she looks busy, then she's going to avoid picking up a penalty, and the referee's going to be looking at Priya instead and saying, well, you've got to do something. And 2 penalties on the board, we've got 1 minute left to go, and she really is on the edge here of losing this. Just doesn't let Priya settle at all.
Yeah, she's not letting her get the grip she wants.
Yeah, got herself in a bad position there, lost the arm going around the back. That would have been a useful position, but it didn't come off. 2 seconds left to go in normal time. It looks as though we're going to have... Oh no, that was a false attack. Yeah, well, harsh. The referee deciding that that attack was that poor that she picked up a penalty for a false attack. So Zhumagalieva it is who goes into the quarterfinal. She'll face the number 1 seed, Susanna Stepanyan of Armenia. That'll be the first of the quarterfinals at the top of the pool. Before we get that far, we've got Pauline Chuk of France to go up against Chung Ni of Chinese Taipei. Chuk in the white judogi, Chung in blue. I haven't seen either of these fighters today. I'm not sure if you have.
No, I haven't seen either of them.
Well, we've got one more contest in the under 40 kilo category, and then I think we'll let Mr. Corelli back in. You can take over, and I'll wander back down to the warm-up area with Lucia Toro from the United States of America, who's joined us this morning after her first round loss. But I hope you've enjoyed your time in Kazakhstan.
Yes, I've definitely enjoyed my time.
We look forward to seeing you again. I remember chatting to Anne Suzuki in the United States of America when she came to the Cadet World Championships. So I think that was back in Kiev in Ukraine. Could have been 2011.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I'll just have to look that up. Yeah, let's have a look and see if it was Anne Suzuki. She would have fought in the under 48 kilo category, so I can just look that up. Yeah, Anne Suzuki on the IJF World Ranking list at the moment is up at 63. Just look back at her contest. She's 25 now. Same age as Caitlin Jarrell. Let's see how far we can go down as far as the record is concerned. But we've only got 2013 and 14. We haven't even got as far back as what I'm talking about. Let's just have a look at results. World Championships. She's fought twice at World Championships, and those would have been. She's got. I wonder if she's got a sister. We're gonna have to look at this in another way. I think she may have a sister, and it could have been the sister that fought at the Cadet World Championships. Jean Shin was the coach. I don't know if you know him, maybe not.
No, I don't know.
Okay. Right, so let's have a look at here. We're going to have a look at events. And we're going to go to the Cadet World Championships. Cadet World Championships, and I think it was 2011. Let's have a look. 2011 in Kiev. Let's see if there was a fighter from the United States of America. Head to head. Right. Let's find. Right, let's see who we've got. Where was this one then? We've got a few of them. Aisha Gallus. I don't know if you know her. Adonis Diaz. He's around on the circuit now.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Donny, yeah. Summer Truong. Do you know her? short and well, I think she fought it. Summer. Well, I have not seen, and it doesn't say what weights they are. Okay. Haven't been able to find it. Right, so single score by Pauline Chuk of France over Chung Ni of Chinese Taipei. And we've just got one more contest then, haven't we? Yeah?
Yeah, just one more.
Right, okay, let's spend some time looking at this one, because given that it is the last of the round 2 contest that we're going to do with Lucia Toro. Right, who we got? Chiara Dispenza of Italy is up against Ulbusin Kakimova of Uzbekistan. It's Dispenza in the white judogi, Kakimova in blue, and after this we'll have Anthony Corelli come back in. Who's your favourite judoka, would you say? Who do you like watching, or who do you look up to most?
Well, I guess I just have to say my sister.
Oh,
my
wow.
older sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just really like watching her. I like watching her fighting spirit. She just goes out there and does her stuff, and that really inspires me.
Do you get to see any international judo? Have you watched at home anything? And
I have, but this last world championships, I wasn't really able to see much, unfortunately.
Time difference, I guess, would have been really, really tricky. I'd have thought that maybe someone like Biladid or Abe Uta, who won the under 57
Abe.
kilo category. Krista Deguchi from Canada in the under 57 kilo category.
I saw her. That was really incredible.
Yeah, that was a terrific performance for Krista Deguchi, given the whole background of her having been, brought up in Japan and everything,
and she switched to Canada.
Yeah, 63 kilos was Clarice Agbegninu, now 4 times world champion, and she was followed by her teammate Marie-Yves Gahi in the under 70 kilo category, who won for the first time. And then there was another French fighter in the under 78 kilo category who won for her first time, Madeleine Malonga. The plus 78 kilo category went to the Japanese Sone Akira. So that was the women's weight categories. Not sure how much of the men's weight categories you would have seen.
Not too many.
Nakumi Chukvimiani of Georgia won the under 60 kilo category. The 66 kilo category went to Japan with Maruyama Chishiro, and the Japanese won the under 73 kilo category as well with Ono Shoei. The under 81 kilo category went for the very first time to Israel when Sagi Muki won the under 81 kilo category. And the 90 kilo category was won by Noel van ter End of the Netherlands. And then the Portuguese had their first ever world champion with Jorge Fonseca when he won.
Portugal.
Yeah, he won the under 100 kilo category. And then the plus 100 kilo category, in the absence of Teddy Riner, went to the former world champion at under 100 kilo category, in the under 100 kilo category, and the current world champion at under 100 kilos, Lukas Kopalek of the Czech Republic. So no score here, although Dispenza came pretty close there, I think a moment or so ago. We've got just under a minute left to go. There's been talk about the team event for the United States of America. Has that been spoken about?
The team event?
Yeah, we have on Sunday a mixed team event, 3 men, 3 women.
No, I don't think so.
They're not going to do it?
I don't think so.
What a shame. Because you've got the players, haven't you? You've got the players in the right weights, I think. Let's just have a look and see what we've got. You would need to have them. We've got 19 players in total from the United States of America. Let's just check the weights there. You would need a plus. Have you got anyone in the plus? Yep. Thomas Grigorian is the plus 90 kilo category. Then the under 90, where you could make that up from, Alex Semenenko could do that. And then the under 73, would that be? Maybe the weights are slightly different for the juniors. Yeah, it would probably be under 81. Yeah, under 81, and then under 66. You've got the weights, and then for the women, it would be under 48, and you've got a girl, Evelyn Dieppe, under 48. You've got a plus 70 in Natalia Stanojevic, and then it would be the under 63 Melissa Herrera. So you could have a team. Golden score anyway, Dispenza and Kakimova. Coming up to 20 to 12 here in Almaty. Have you had a look at the mountains yet?
Yeah.
It's quite spectacular,
from our hotel, you can see the mountains.
You can see just with that left hand pushing into the ribs there, Dispenza just keeping Kakimova away from her. A little bit defensive. I wonder if the referee spotted that. Well, what he did spot was Kakimova stepping off the competition area, and she picked up a penalty for that. So both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece, and we've had a minute of golden score. No, lost contact with the left hand, ended up looking like a slightly unattractive effort, but because she was attacking, it's Dispenza who picks up a second Shiro. Minute 28 of golden score gone. Chance for the
just going for the choke.
Yeah, for the Shimiwaza here. Might want to try and stand up out of that. Make it a little bit harder for Dispenza to apply the Shimiwaza, but she's had to tap. Held out for as long as she could. Just couldn't hold on for any longer. So it's Dispenza who goes into the quarterfinal. And speaking of quarterfinals, we've got the quarterfinal in the under 44 kilo category coming up. Lucia Toro, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Nice to chat with you.
Yeah, it was very nice chatting.
Okay, we're going to leave Anthony Corelli in charge. And he's going to give you commentary on this quarterfinal between Merv Azak of Turkey, first of the quarterfinals in the under 44 kilo category, and it's Merv Azak in the white judogi, Kamli Majong Kurbanova in blue, and here's Anthony Corelli.
Yeah, we are cruising through the draw sheets today. Some really exciting judo taking place. The crowd is really into it too. Obviously, there's a contingent of local competitors here, and when they're up on the mats, the audience is really loud and into it. I can imagine if we have someone from Kazakhstan in the finals, it's going to be deafening in here. We are on mat number 2. This is quarterfinal action. Merv Azak from Turkey. And she is Kurbanova of Uzbekistan. In the blue judogi. We have 2 minutes 52 seconds remaining. 44 kilogram action. I was watching some of the 40 kilogram action earlier, and just little dynamites, you know, they're so tiny. I guess that's what, 88 pounds for our American friends. But sub 100 pounds anyway, and just explosive and strong. Here, Azak trying to use this triangle, and she could not get her to her back. Kurbanova able to hold on, and they will meet again right in the middle of the tatami. Here they go. No score on the board. We are approaching 2 minutes. Again, lefty versus righty, trying to get that hip inside. I was talking to one of the locals yesterday, and Kazakh and Turkish apparently share some similarities in the languages. So if someone speaks Turkish, they'd be able to understand some. Minute 31 seconds remaining. Quarterfinal action. Major implications here. The winner of this, of course, moves on to the semifinals. Ooh, nice triangle. Choke locked in. The foot is behind the knee. Let's see what she can do with this. It's not deep, and she pops out. Excellent effort there by Kurbanova to get her head out. The triangle was at the end of her foot, closer to her toes, that was behind the knee. If that was the ankle, that would have been a lot more difficult to get out, but excellent effort to pop her head out. No score on the board, just one shido for Kurbanova. Ooh, excellent effort by Azak. But Kurbanova able to spin out. Azak looks like she enjoys newaza. Any opportunity, she jumps on, tries to make something happen. 17 seconds remaining. If this continues, If this score keeps up, we will go into golden score. Uchimata attempt. Didn't quite have the support leg underneath. And again, look at that. Azak immediately transition to Newaza. That's it. That's the regulation time has expired. We're now going to go into golden score. Kumikata battle taking place. Both trying to get that desired grip before they well, there. Look at that. Tomonagi into Jujigatami. Transition beautiful. Let's see if Korbanova can get that arm free. And she was unable to, and they will stand back up again. .54 seconds now into golden score. She has the triangle locked up. Korbanova's in some trouble here. Let's see if she can. Oh, look at this battle. Her knees are down, and she has enough of her legs down to. Oh, she floats over the other side. Excellent. The triangle is now locked again, nice and deep. Let's see if Azak can get Kurbanova on her back. No, she holds on. Wow, excellent display of intestinal fortitude, if you will. She is tough. That was a difficult situation to be in, and she was able to avoid going to her back, which would have been very difficult to get out of that Osai Komi. Minute 24 seconds now into golden score. This is to determine who will be in the semifinals of the 44 kilogram category. Korbanova doesn't have the grip she wants. Look at her hands free there. She gets a grip. Let's see if she, no, not quite. That's a deep, let's see if she can get, wow, she floats over. Really opening up now are both these female athletes. Minute 50 seconds into golden score. Looks like the referee is listening to some instructions, perhaps. No, that's unfortunate that the third and final Shido is given to Korbanova. So Azak moves on now to the semifinals. Oh, the mascot has made its way into the audience. The official mascot of these Cadet World Championships. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, for official IJF gear, please go to judopower.com. And we'd like to thank some of our sponsors, OTP Bank, of course, SOCAR, Impulse, Kazakhstan Judo Federation, of course. Here we are now. So Laura Sokin from Brazil versus Miyagi Ayuna in the another quarterfinal matchup in 44 kilograms. Winner will face Azak in the semifinals. Miyagi trying to get that leg out to secure an Osai Komi. Can Sokin hold on? And she does. So close. 1 foot was all she needed to get out, and that would have been Osai Komi. Miyagi Ayuna looks quite comfortable with her grip and posture. Lightning quick drop. There she loops over the gi around the neck and tries for a choke. I believe that's on the face. It is. As Soken is checking to make sure all her teeth are in place. Referee checking if there's any blood, and if there is, we have to stop the action and take care of that. That's one negative aspect to that choke I referred to earlier as the bow and arrow choke. I'm sure there's a name for it in Japanese. The athlete applying the choke can't see to confirm whether or not it's under the jawline. So sometimes they can apply it and put a lot of pressure across the athlete's face, teeth, nose sometimes if it's really far. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this quarterfinal matchup. 44 kilograms. This is day one. If you're just joining us, this is day one of the Cadet World Judo Championships, Almaty, Kazakhstan. 44 kilograms on mat 2 currently. Again, Miyagi trying to loop that gi under the jawline of Soken. Soken crossing her ankles to secure Miyagi and prevent an Osai Komi. Some people refer to that as a closed guard. I'm seeing a lot of these lightning quick drop down Seoinage attempts, but athletes unable to get the hips far enough in to generate some rotation. Miyagi all over the neck of Soken, just trying to get that Judogi lapel under that jawline from all sorts of angles. From the back, from the front, from the side. She's relentless. 43 seconds remaining now. Soken does have 2 Shidos, but there is no score on the board.
Well, we were talking about the big 5, weren't we? And Brazil was included in that big 5, and you can have a good idea of just how difficult a judo nation they proved to be. And we were talking about grades as well. And if you look at, the Japanese is a Dan grade, and the Brazilian is still a first Q, and she hasn't been swamped, if that comes into it at all, because we don't know what the grading system is in Brazil. We're not sure of just how long you have to have your grade before you move between the next one, what the requirements are and everything. But one thing that we can almost be certain of is if you are a Dan grade in Japan, you are worth it. So we've got that as a guide. And if as a guide we're saying that the Brazilian is giving Soken has given Miyagi a real run for her money, then we can say that the grade that she was wearing is absolutely worth it from Brazil. If you see what I mean. Yeah. Sometimes they may just be busy in preparation for tournaments to really focus, because you have to take some time out of your training regime to focus on other aspects.
when I went for my black belt a long time ago, I remember we worked on our kata quite a bit. And hours upon hours, actually. I'd like to believe it was perfect, but I never saw the score.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on any comments about what my kata looked like.
47 seconds now into golden score. Again, the winner of this will face Azak in the semifinals. I'm seeing a lot of these drop-down attacks where the support leg is not under the person. It's out to the, in this case, the left. Very difficult to rotate a person.
Yeah, and that is that is also true of the senior. Yeah, Kamishi Ogatami from Miyagi eventually secured over Soken, and that, I'm afraid, is going to be that.
That's it. So Miyagi now on to the semifinals where she will face Azak. Azak, of course, was seeded number 1.
Well, we haven't seen the end of Soken because she's lost here in the quarterfinal, and that means she goes down into the repechage.
Yes.
We'll see her when the repechage contest comes, but as Anthony said, it's Miyagi who goes into the semi-final. You win some, you lose some. If you stay and watch a particular category, then you feel by the end of the day, right, I know these fighters, I know what they can do, this is really good, I've seen all their matches, and you feel very comfortable. It does, however, mean that you haven't seen the ones on the adjoining mat.
Yeah,
you can't watch them all.
You can't watch them all.
So who have we got now? Valdier Picard.
Valdier Picard of France in the white judogi, and of course you can hear the audience light up. We have a fighter from Kazakhstan, and his name is Yermakan Amandaik in the blue judogi.
Yeah, we saw Valdier Picard win his opening contest against Kako Chaparishvili of Georgia, and it was Amandik who won out over Andre Angel of Romania. So here they are going head to head. You lost.
Valdier Picard left himself open now.
Yeah.
Let's see if Amandai can take advantage. He has that one hook in. Looks like he's trying to go for a sankaku of some sort. Trying to isolate that arm. Does he have it? He has part of it. No, whoa, nice little reversal there by Valdier Picard. Let's see what he can do with the back of Amandijk. They're exchanging arm lock attempts here. Let's see if he can rotate him or just pull that arm out.
I think he should try to work on the turnover. He had the arm. He tried to pull it out from that position. It's harder to pull it out from that position than if you lock it up, roll, and then try to pull out. You're in a stronger position.
And plus that burns a lot of your arm strength.
Yeah.
Really quick little drop down. Sinagi attempt by Valdier Picard. Hips quite, well, there's one. Got underneath him there. Unable to pop up and generate that rotation. But the hips made it in. Winner of this, of course, moving on to the semifinals of the 50 kilogram category. This is day 1 of the World Judo Cadet Championships. And the hashtag is Cadet
must be
Worlds.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's Judo Cadet. Oh, man. Actually, I got to check. Cadet Judo.
Quarterfinals almost everywhere. We're just waiting for one more second round contest down on mat number 1. Nobera Gunes of Turkey is up against Sofia Afanaseva of Russia. Once that's finished, it will be quarterfinals right across the board.
The hashtag is hashtag Judo Cadets. If you want to search under Judo Cadets, you'll see all the information of people that posted and, of course, use that hashtag as well.
We could have guessed that, couldn't we? To be honest.
I mean, a couple combinations.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's not rocket science to work that one out, but I couldn't do it. Judo Cadets, yeah, hashtag Judo Cadets. I wonder who thought that one up.
Just really linking those attacks together one after another. They say offense is the best defense. So Valadier Picard not allowing Aman Dijk a moment to breathe here. With 4 seconds remaining, this is going to go into golden score. It's interesting. Earlier on in the competition, we did not see a lot of golden score. Perhaps there were mismatches and with regards to skill level. But as we move down the sheet, we're seeing some golden score as fighters generally, you know, the better fighters win and move on. Better fighters come with better defense. These guys are pretty well matched. And they have similar intentions and tactics. Mate is called. They will meet again in the center of the tatami and get it going again. Whoa, that is a beautiful score, and that's going to be it. That's an Ippon called. Valadier Picard with a beautiful drop down. This time he was able to pop up and generate that rotation. Aman Dijk is obviously disappointed. That was sudden. 41 seconds into golden score. And Valadier Picard is now in the semifinals of the 50 kilogram category. Here's a replay, drops down. He had the leg on the outside like a Seotoshi. And then popped right there. It is standing right up. Look at that. Wonderful.
I'm going to go with Anthony's first call as Seotoshi, and the reason for that is the technique at the end. Technique at the end can be whatever it happens to be when you're finishing. It's the one that gets them over that, you know, gets called for the waza. So I would go with Seotoshi as you said. Alexandru Mate of Romania now is up against Su Chunkai of Chinese Taipei. Mate in the white judogi, Shu in blue. And I went down to the Chinese Taipei coach just to make sure that that was Shu. And she said, yes, it is.
HSU?
HSU.
It's Shu.
Shu.
Wow.
That's the spelling that they have in Chinese Taipei. In mainland China, they use XU. It's to show that it's very similar pinyin. You know, the pinyin is very similar, but both are acceptable, either HSU or XU.
A minute almost gone in this contest, and both these athletes, there was no feeling out process. They went right at each other, and it's been an action-packed 53 seconds thus far. Alexandru Mate of Romania in the white judogi. Shu Chunkai from Chinese Taipei. Let's see what they can do here. Wow, nice turnover there by Mate. 50 kilogram action. This is the lightest category of the tournament for men or males.
Oh, I'd go with men. Why not?
Young men.
Young men, yeah.
Wow, beautiful. That's going to be it. I want to see what that technique was. It looked like a Sore Tsurikomigoshi, but I'm not sure because the arms didn't. Let's call it a modified technique. Here we go. Oh, no, that's the end.
No,
of
you'll
it.
just catch it again.
I think so. Just rolling with it. So he's on to the semifinals. Now we have 40 kilogram action quarterfinal contest coming up on mat number 2.
It's the first time that we're going to get to see the number 1 seed, and we're already in the first of the quarterfinals. It's Susanna Stepanyan of Armenia. She's up against Alima Zhumagalieva of Kazakhstan. It's Stepanyan in the white judogi, Zhumagalieva in blue. Number 1 seed.
Yeah, she had a bye, and then her competitor was injured, so she had a double bye. And
how's your luck?
That's, yeah, I mean, she's number 1 seed, so she's probably earned a little bit of luck along the way. But sometimes, I mean, if the person she's fighting has 2 matches under her belt, that could be, she's definitely warmed up and perhaps shaken off some of the nerves. And Stepanyan could be still a little bit cold if she didn't. I'm sure she's warmed up, but could be some jitters. This is her first contest. I don't know what she's doing there because it's under the arm pit, so that wouldn't be a choke. Or an effective choke anyway. That is a long belt she has. Let's see what they can do here. They are locked up. For her first contest, Stepanyan's also facing a local competitor who's going to have the crowd behind them. Here she goes again. Now this one is, oh man, under the neck. And she is really contorting her body sideways. That looks nasty. Let's see if she can hold on. Zhumagalieva is definitely one tough cookie, holding on and not submitting. Although she had, it looked like the gi was under her jawline and she was quite contorted sideways, but she was not even close to tapping. She looks fresh. Zhumagalieva fires off her drop down attack. Again, she's susceptible now. Let's see what Stepanyan can do. She has that hip choke where she's using the rotation and you can see. Is that Mate? Okay, for a second there, I thought I heard Ipan. But Hajime is called and they're continuing. 1 minute, 33 seconds remaining in this quarterfinal contest. Susanna Stepanyan of Armenia in the white judo gi. And Alima Zhumagalieva of Kazakhstan in the blue judo gi. Tomonagi attempt immediately into Newaza. She's trying to isolate that arm for a potential Jujigatami. But I believe that she'll be, not successful with this attempt. Quite relentless is Stepanyan. If you've been given a bye, basically 2 byes, you definitely want to win that first contest to prove that you were worthy of that.
Making hard work of it.
Yep, 42 seconds now remaining. This is 40 kilogram action. This is the lightest weight category of the young ladies. Hard little bit of ashiwaza there. Ooh. Looks like she went for one of those offside throws. But Zuga Malieva able to get her right leg out and post so as not to rotate. Six seconds remaining. This is going to go into golden score, and it does. All three tatami now having quarterfinal action taking place. We are breezing through this competition today. Some excellent ippon judo. We are in golden score. Zumagalieva has one shido, otherwise the board is pretty empty. Well, now Stepanyan receiving a shido, so it's identical. No scores, one shido apiece, 30 seconds into golden score. Winner of this will be in the semifinals of the 40 kilogram category. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for the official IJF gear, go to judopower.com and treat yourself. Some wonderful IJF judo gear. I got a t-shirt myself yesterday.
We'll have to go on that site and have a look and see what they've got.
Second shido now given to Stepanyan. 1 minute, 7 seconds in the golden score. What is going to happen? It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. Pistol grip applied by Stepanyan. She's now definitely applying the pressure. She does not want that third and final shido. Here they go. They're definitely opening up now. Let's see if Stepanyan can avoid. Wow, nice. That was a fast attack by Zumagalieva of Kazakhstan. And here we go, minute 54 seconds now into golden score. Zumagalieva should definitely push the pace here. Oh, she was just about to step out of bounds and fired off an attack just in time. They're playing that boundary game. Oh, that's potentially going to be a false attack here given to Zuma Galieva. Let's see if the referee. Nope. No Shido given. Here we go. 2 minutes, 38 seconds now into golden score. Quarterfinal action. That is under the jawline. Let's see what she can do with this. She has to start walking sideways. Oh, she had that one. That was under the jawline. Perhaps she didn't feel it or realize it because she kind of abandoned it relatively quickly. Ooh. Você come?
Well, this has been a real battle, hasn't it? Not quite sure how far into golden score we are. I can't see that far across to the scoreboard, is it? 4.5 minutes into golden score already. Just going to check with our IT chief here. And Turkan has picked up a second penalty now.
2 Shidos apiece, 2 or 1.
Gone now.
Wow, what a hard-fought battle. That's a pawn from Afanaseva of Russia in the blue judogi. Now moves on to the semi-finals.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if we were unable to bring you commentary and transmission went off. My apologies for that. But we have managed to restore the power here, and we should be able to bring you the semi-finals and repechage contests coming up soon. I think these are the repechage contests anyway.
I believe it's mat number 1 we are watching here. We have Özkan of Turkey versus Balaban of Bulgaria. Özkan in the white judogi and Balaban in the blue judogi. A Shido has been given out to each of the contestants here.
We're going to go over to mat number 2. We're going to pick up the action in the under 44 kilo category. That semi-final is between Merve Azak of Turkey. She's up against Miyagi Ayuna of Japan. It's Azak in the white judogi, Miyagi in blue. We joined the contest with only a minute gone, and there's no score as yet. Azak has picked up a single shido.
Azak was ranked number 1, and Miyagi Ayuna has been having quite the day herself. This is the semifinals.
Both fighters with stiff arms, keeping their opponents away.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a couple more shidos given out here. The way they're really not moving at all. They're locked up, and when you like to counter throw, if no one's attacking, there's no way to counter. We're at the halfway point now in this semifinal contest, minus 44 kilograms. Winner is in the finals. Merve Azak from Turkey in the white judogi versus Miyagi Ayuna of Japan in the blue judogi. If you're just joining us, this is day 1 of the World Judo Championships Cadets, coming live from Almaty, Kazakhstan. Wonderful day of some excellent judo, both tachiwaza and newaza. Many ippons scored earlier on in the day. And now, Ezra. Whoa! Very explosive.
Half a minute to hold off Miyagi, who no doubt, once she gets back to her feet, is going to go all out to try and level the scores.
She's for Miyagi with both arms tied up. She's the number 1 ranked competitor, is in the final versus Shu Chunkai of Chinese Taipei. This is a repetition to win a bronze medal at a world championship event. Oh, beautiful piece of Ashiwaza there by Shu. Looking to apply a choke from the top position. That was not a score, but that little foot sweep looked like it could have warranted a score. But 3 minutes remaining here in this repechage contest. Shu with a nice, very quick Ippon-Tsunagi entry, but realizing it was not going to work, and exited just as quickly. Mandijk had that triangle lock, but they stand back up in the middle. Here we go. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in this repechage contest. 50 kilogram action. Look at this. Choke being applied here. Oh, he's a little too high. He's going to transition to an arm lock. A Jujigatami attempt here by Shu. Can he free the arm? Nope, Mate is called. Shu is just stringing together one attack after another, threatening a choke even while he's standing. Look at this. He has it hooked in. It's under the jawline. He's tapping.
He's at the tap, yep.
Wow. Amandike was on his knees. He didn't even make it to the ground before he got choked out. Excellent piece of newaza by Shu Chunkai of Chinese Taipei. And he will move on to the bronze medal contest. Very impressive young judoka from Chinese Taipei. And now we're going to move on to a semi-final contest from Valadier Picard of France against Alexandru Matei of Romania. And we've seen them earlier on today, both having obviously pretty good days to make it to this point. But only one of these gentlemen will, wow. Explosive attack by Matei of Romania. Whoop. Valadier Picard with a sloppy attack. That's gonna, almost cost the Bushido, but no. Whoa, nice entry. Both these guys really opening up early on. They know what's at stake here. Both athletes look like they have quite a bit of experience for their age, just the way they carry themselves on the tatami. You can hear the audience in the background, of course. That is a Kazakh fighter on mat number 1. Having some success. Valadier Picard with a Alexandru Matei, he's applying these sode tsurukomigoshi attacks, but he has to be careful he doesn't put that pressure on the elbow and get himself a hansokomaki. Valadier Picard loves himself some newaza and immediately transitions from a tomonagi attempt. Now they are stood back up and they're meeting right in the middle of the tatami, and here they go. 2 minutes and 2 minutes remaining. 50 kilogram semi-final contest. Again, Valadier Picard going for that arm lock. Matei able to stand up. He goes for that sode right off the grip. He doesn't even break the grip of his opponent, just turns right into it. Valadier Picard takes the back now of Matei. Let's see what he can do with that. Trying to isolate that arm. There he is. He's in a good position, but let's see, and Matei will pick him up and get Matei. Both athletes here, wonderful transitions into newaza. Very good eyes, so to speak, with regards to being able to identify opportunities. Chigari attempt by Alexandru Matei. Referee now warning the coach of Matei to keep quiet. During the contest, of course, he can give instructions during the Matei period. Ooh. Wow, again, Tobanagi into newaza. Valadier for Picard crossing his feet there. Quite a dangerous position, but was able to survive without being scored on. 30 seconds remaining, no score on the board. The Romanian competitor does have 2 Shidos. Alexandru Matei. One more Shido, and that's going to be it. The Shidos on the board are not quite reflective of the effort given. He's in this fight. He's fighting. He's not trying to. He stepped out of bounds once, and can't remember the first one. But he's firing off some significant attacks. And that's it. We're going to go into golden score. Regulation time has run out. And here we go. We are in golden score. Minus 50 kilograms semi-final action. Valadier Picard of France in the white Judogi versus Alexandru Matei of Romania in the blue Judogi. Matei's been gesturing the entire contest that some of Valadier Picard's attacks are false attacks, but no Shido on the board for the French competitor. Oh, that is tied up. That is a triangle choke. Or sorry, it's not a choke, but it's triangle. Let's see if we can turn him with that and either choke him or pin him. Matei is holding on strong here, trying not to go to his back. Making as wide of a base as possible. Valadier Picard's he abandons the triangle. Unable to turn Matei into an Osai Komi. Excellent bit of newaza defense there. He had that hooked. That was locked in. Matei is called now. 1 minute into golden score. For those watching, that is sudden death overtime. Valadier Picard now gets a Shido. Matei from Romania really opening up here. Matei is called. Let's see if there's another Shido given out here. No, Hajime is called. Some of those Tomonagi attempts are barely breaking the balance of Matei. Oh, just tripped him up. And Valadier Picard wins by ippon and moves into the finals. Alexandru Matei is in shock. That was quick. Just caught his foot as he was about to step over. That was really quick. He is beside himself. Excellent display of sportsmanship there by these two young men. Mat number 2 now, repechage, minus 40 kilograms. Susanna Stepanian of Armenia versus, in the white Judogi, versus Pauline Cook from France, who is in the blue Judogi. Stepanyan really asserting herself here. Dominant grip. Well, she's not wasting any time. If she gets her leg out, this is going to be an osai komi. And she has the upper body tied up. Let's see if she can get her leg. Is it? No, it's not out yet. It's not far though. Just a foot remaining. And Mate is called. Cook realizing she's going to have to open up here because Stepanyan is coming on strong. Strong overhand right grip now. Oops. Broken by Cook. Cook has to be careful with those attacks. One, she can get a Shido. Two, she's opening herself up to the strong Newaza gain of Susanna Stepanyan of Armenia. Both battling for their grip here. They have double sleeve grips. Drop down attack by Susanna Stepanyan of Armenia. No score. It's an interesting gripping game here. They better keep busy or there will be some Shidos given out. There's an attack by Pauline Cook. And right away, Stepanyan gets to work. Oh. Just about halfway here. Nothing on the board. No score, no Shidos. That attack there was not much on that. She's going to have to be careful. Oh, Chigati attempt. So they're stuck with this double sleeve grip here, and they're trying to make something work, but it's not working so far. Now Susanna Stepanyan receiving the first Shido. Let's see if she tries to change up her tactics with regards to the gripping game. She's having a hard time, there we go, breaking the grip of Pauline Cook. That's a better attack there from Pauline. No score, but she broke the balance of Stepanyan. Pauline Cook stepping forward, applying the forward pressure. She even has the better posture and seems to be winning the gripping game. The kumikata battle taking place between the two. And as a result, Susanna Stepanyan receives a second Shido. Again, Pauline pressing forward, pressing the action. She's the initiator. Susanna Stepanyan walking that fine line of attacking and false attacking. And that's because of the strong grip game from Cook. And that's it, the time ran out. That match flew by because of the action. And now we're in golden score. So Stepanyan's back is against the wall. She cannot afford another Shido. Oh, a drop down attack by Pauline. It looked like the attack was just to get to Newaza. Hajime called. 20 seconds now in a golden score. That offside spinning attack from Stepanyan. Not successful. Again, Cook pressing forward. Playing that boundary game. She has Stepanyan backed into the corner. Stepanyan has to push forward. Kok tries to use that and does a drop down Siyanagi but does not score. One minute, 18 seconds now into golden score. Winner of this contest will contest for a bronze medal. Loser will be done for the day. Again, Cook trying to control the gripping game, the whereabouts on the tatami game. Referee advising the French coach to be quiet. The referee is listening to some instructions. Hanso Komaki now. Given to Susanna Stepanyan. So the winner by Ippon is Pauline Cook, who will now compete for a bronze medal. Coming up next, we have a semi-final contest.
It's Alima Shumangalieva of Kazakhstan up against Chiara Dispenza of Italy. It'll be Shumangalieva in the white judogi, Dispenza in blue. And meantime, on the adjoining mat, you've got Mamira Luka of Hungary. She's in a golden score contest with Sofia Afanaseva of Russia. That's in the semi-final in the under 40 kilo category.
Both semifinals taking place at the same time. We have Chiara Antonina Dispenza of Italy in the blue judogi. Versus Alima Zumagalieva of Kazakhstan in the white judogi. Both competitors very tall for this category on mat number 2. Drop down attempt by Dispenza, and Zumagalieva immediately jumping on top, trying to make something happen in Newaza, but to no avail. They stand back up. Here they go. 2 minutes 45 seconds remaining in this semifinal contest. Dispenza trying to work from the top here, going for a choke. Right in the middle of the tatami where they should be. Trying to get the desired grip. Zumagalieva fires off a drop-down attack first. Shidos now given to both contestants. Just about the halfway mark. No score on the board, 1 Shido apiece in this semifinal contest. Both girls here left-handed. Opting to stand back up. Referee warning the Kazakh coach to keep quiet during play. Hajime called. Minute 10 seconds remaining in this semifinal contest. No score on the board. Who is going to be first to strike? And if nobody scores in 1 minute, we will go into golden score. And then the first person to strike will be declared the winner. And we'll go to the finals. Ooh. Looked a little bit dangerous on the left arm of Dispensa. .41 seconds remaining. Dispensa, she got the lapel. It's on. It's on. She is contorting the body of Zumagalieva. It is definitely on. Can she hold on? Can she hold on? She's turning. She's looking to the referee like this is not on. Wow. She is tough. That was definitely under the jawline. Perhaps Dispensa didn't have that complete grip. The flexibility as well was helping her alleviate some of the pressure. But Zumagalieva is going to have to be careful and pay attention because that was close. Here they go. Into golden score now. Of course, the first person to score here will be a winner. Ooh, Dispensa with a drop down. Almost enough momentum to rotate Zumagalieva, but unable to. Oh, wow. Zumagalieva went for a drop down. Dispensa almost countered her, and now she has that hip choke on again. Mate is called. The referee must have had a clear view of the gi being across the face. Zumagalieva pushing forward. Dispensa trying to time it so that she can do one of her drop-down techniques as Zumagalieva does push forward, try and use her strength against her and generate the rotation required to put her on her back. Overhand grip now. Dispensa, because the hair of Zumagalieva came out, she's grabbing her hair and the lapel. Kobanagi attempt from Zumagalieva. Are we going to have, and we do, a third and final Shido given to Zumagalieva. So Despensa's in the finals of the 40 kilogram division.
And she's going to face Mamira Luka of Hungary in that final. It was Mamira Luka who had a really tough battle into golden score with Sofia Afanaseva of Russia down here on mat 1. Right, coming up now in the under 55 kilo category, a repechage contest.
Soberyan Karimov of Uzbekistan in the blue judogi, and he is facing Koral Surin of Mongolia in the white judogi. Koral Surin Batsengel of Mongolia in the white judogi, minus 55 kilogram action. And you can see the size difference of 55 kilograms. These are big kids. Lately, I'm seeing a trend in the body type in judo shift a little bit to that taller, lankier physique as opposed to that short, stocky physique that had success for so many years. I don't know if it's because of an adaptation to the rules or people are just finding success with that body type. Of course, you can have success with any body type.
Yeah, I think there are a certain number of weight categories as well where you can safely say that that particular taller frame has become a little bit more prevalent than that shorter, stockier body type. You're looking more for athletic kind of build. Certainly in the women's under 78 kilo category, I think there have been more that I would call in the athletic frame. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll be the most successful, it just means that there's more of them out there, because I wouldn't have put Kayla Harrison in that
she's pretty
in that bracket. You know, she's slightly a bit shorter and stockier. All of the Japanese have been short and stocky. Sato Ruika, Hamada Shori, all of them. They haven't had a tall female heavyweight, have they? They've all been short and squat.
Ooh, is that going to be enough of a distinguishable offensive attack to score? And no, we don't. Koral Surin has one Shido, otherwise the board is blank. Whoa, Karimov is open. That is under his lapel. That he's in some trouble here.
Yeah, it's going to go. He's going to have to tap from there.
He's trying to rip it out. He's looking at the referee. Look at that fight. He is strong. He is.
Squeeze that on now.
Oh, he's going to go out. No, he is not going to go out.
He's managed to turn off it.
That is a strong neck. That was on. He just fought. That was impressive.
Koral Surin was having a good look at him to as if to say, "Are you still awake?"
Yeah. How are you not sleeping?
Maybe it's a cut lip.
A little bit of blood now on Karimov, so he will be attended to by the medical staff here.
He must have thought he'd had him there. I did. Good strong position.
Yeah, it checked all the boxes. He had it under the jawline. He had some pressure on there.
Couldn't squeeze it on though. Well, there's another semi-final taking place down on mat number 1 in the under 55 kilo category. Vladislav Kolobov of Ukraine is up against Lin Chongyu of Chinese Taipei. But we've got Karimov coming back to the tatami, and despite the fact that neither of these is going to make it into the final, we've been following them for most of the day, haven't we? I don't think we've seen Kolobov and Lin.
No, I have not seen them actually.
Well, you're perfectly at liberty to click on mat number 1 and see the contest between Kolobov and Lin. But we've had plenty of excitement from this pair.
Is that going to score? That secondary drive by Karimov put him on his side, but not enough to get a score. Now he has the hooks in. Let's see what Karimov can do here. Looking like perhaps a Hadaka Jime. Does he have the gi, or is he just going straight direct to the neck?
Coral Surin wasn't seeded this morning. And who's he got there? Karimov, nor was Karimov.
Referee allowing this to go to see where it's going to go, trying to alleviate the pressure by pushing the hand. There he does. Excellent battle by Coral Surin. So both competitors showing that never give up attitude. There was a Wazari given to Karimov from that secondary effort earlier. And that is golden score, so that's it. Oh, that's the end of yeah. That was the end of the contest. Wow. With a delayed score call, Coral Soren thought he was going into golden score, but it's over.
It goes out. Yeah.
Coming up next, we have a semi-final contest, 55 kilos. Vincenzo Scanderi of Italy in the white judogi versus Sato Yuma of Japan in the blue judogi. We saw Vincenzo Scanderi earlier on today. He was one of the first contests of the day.
That's right. Vincenzo Scanderi, the number 1 seed in the under 55 kilo category. Got a chance to make his way to the final now. He's just got to get past Sato Yuma of Japan.
A little bit of a gripping penalty there. I believe his fingers were inside. Drop down, Kataguruma attempt, put himself in some jeopardy there. Whoa, man, Sato Yuma with a snap. That's across the face. I think Scanderi has to turn just to avoid the damage to his teeth. But really violently grabbed that judogi and snatched it. Tried to loop it under his jawline. Well, that's how you got to do it. You got to be sudden. Very quick. Mate called. They will meet in the center of the tatami, and they will do it again. Here we go. Sato Yuma looks to be the aggressor here. Just firing off attacks just before Scanderi can. Sato Yuma, it looks fast. I blink and he's doing something else. Vincenzo Scanderi is able to avoid being rotated to his back. Sato Yuma is the smaller of the two. In fact, he's so small, he does get under, but Scanderi is able to somehow step around it and avoid the rotation. There it is again. Oh, Kochigari. That's a Rosari scored. And again, goes for the choke. This might be under the jawline again. If he can step... It's under. He's in some trouble.
He'll go for the Osaikomi, however.
Oh.
That would be easier. That's better this time.
He got it again. Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, now you can work on the arm. He's gone on the wrong arm.
I think he's trying to go for the Osaikomi again, perhaps. Locking up this arm. There it is. No,
he's not tight enough with the Osaikomi.
Yeah, Scanderi able to avoid getting pinned, but not able to avoid that Koichigari attack. Again, that change of direction, it's so important. Let's see now, minute 28 seconds remaining. Scanderi's going to have to open up. Is that
not yet?
Not yet, no. And man, Sato Yuma's on going for a hold down, a choke, an arm lock. It seems like all combined. When one doesn't work, another is available. Yeah, those drop down attacks from Scanderi is just making himself very susceptible to the newaza here of Sato Yuma, who takes his back, is controlling him by the lapel, digging out an arm. Now he's going to try and get that leg out for an Osaikomi. And when that doesn't work, he's back to he's trying to lock up the upper body here. There you can see his foot just about to get out, and he re-latches it, I guess. He is definitely working. He's going to run down the clock successfully, keeping busy. Kids, if you're watching this at home, that's what you do. If you're ahead, you stay busy in newaza and not just pretend busy, real busy. Sato Yuma off to the finals. Vincenzo Scanderi will battle it out for the bronze medal.
Right, well, we began the day with 4 weight categories, and we've now completed the preliminaries. So we've got the lineup for the finals of the 4 weight categories that we've got. And we'll start by taking a look at the final of the under 40 kilo category. Chiara Dispenza of Italy will face Mamira Luca of Hungary. I know you haven't had a look too much at Mamira Luca of Hungary, but you did get a chance to see Chiara Dispenza of Italy, didn't you, in the under 40 kilo category? How was she?
Excellent. Her transitions to newaza look very crisp. She's dangerous. It's going to be really a good final, that's for sure.
She had a tough of Turkey. She defeated Miyagi Ayuma of Japan, and it'll be Maria Jimenez of Venezuela, the Youth Olympic Games champion from
Very mature for the
category. It'll be Romain Valada Picard of France. He looked like an exciting prospect this morning. He's going to be up against Nurkanat Zerikkaev of Kazakhstan. Did you get to see Valadier Picard?
Yeah, he was great. Again, strong Newaza, but he's so dangerous in Newaza that it opens up opportunities for Tachiwaza, and that's how he ended up winning.
All these matches, yeah, oddly enough. Yeah.
But the threat was always in Newaza.
That's right.
But
that's
he's
right.
against, obviously, a hometown favorite, and let's see how much this Kazakh audience in attendance is a factor.
Okay, that'll be up against Nurkanat Zerikbayev of Kazakhstan. And we got one more weight category. It was the last weight category that we looked at there. Vincenzo Scanderi of Italy lost out to Sato Yuma of Japan. So it'll be Sato in the final, and he'll go up against Lin Chongyu of Chinese Taipei. Tell us a little bit about what you thought of Sato Yuma.
Yeah, he's just a buzzsaw. He doesn't stop. When he moves forward constantly, and once he has really good vision, really good eyes. He's seeing every opportunity. As you're hitting the ground, he's seeing what's next. When that door closes, another door opens. He's on it. He's just constant pressure. And of course, Chinese Taipei. What a presence today here.
Yeah, Lin Chong-yung perhaps surprising a few. Although last week I was chatting with Esther Stam, and she was saying just how well a few of the fighters from Chinese Taipei had done at the World Championship. So maybe there is depth and a little bit of mileage in the Chinese Taipei team. We shall see. We're going to be back at 4 o'clock with all the medal matches on day 1 of the Cadet World Championships from here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. But from Anthony Corelli and myself, it's bye-bye for now.